You could say it's a more feminine approach, or just that I'm the feminine voice in the paleosphere. And although the book is Paleoista, it's not necessarily just for women. It's for anybody that wants to do the paleo diet, but in a more modern, stylish way, if you will. And it's the Paleoista is a word that's a combination of the word paleo and fashionista, and that's a state of mind. It's not a function of anything other than I want to do this with style and grace and efficiency and modern, and I've got 10 things to do at this moment, but I'll get them all done because I can, and you're efficient because you're eating well, and that's the foundation upon which everything else is built. Another thing that I talk about in the book is I use examples of case studies with different women that I've worked with all around the world that I find really inspiring. And it's not just about this woman who's an athlete or this woman who is 55 years old and since she went paleo no longer has any symptoms from the migraine headaches that haunted her for 30 years. But just so that everybody hopefully can identify with at least one of the case studies in the book and be motivated to give it a try. There's really nothing to lose with giving paleo a try, and what I always say to people that are skeptical is give it a try for 30 days, see how you feel, and you can always go back and eat other foods if you choose to. But it's a little experiment, and we all have to be our own experimenters. We all know our bodies more than anybody else does, or more than a doctor knows, so we need to kind of tune in and see what foods make us feel good and what foods make us feel awful, and then be selective at what we choose to eat on a day-to-day basis. Before I go on too much further, does anybody have any questions at this point about paleo, Paleoista, anything?
Does quantities of food, do you have anything that you could recommend on, can you eat as much as you want, or?
Kind of. The key with paleo is balancing it, so you want to keep the macronutrient ratio even, and all that means is on any given meal, any given plate, you want to have some protein, some fat, and some carbohydrate. And keep it in balance. You don't have to be super particular about weighing and measuring foods on the paleo diet like you would have to do on other types of diets like Weight Watchers, where you're checking in and doing points and weighing and measuring. I think it's important to know what a portion size looks like so that you're not attempting to eat a 24-ounce steak in one sitting, but just keeping everything in balance. So if you start every meal with a plate of some vegetables, and then you add some protein, and then some fat, and then maybe throw on some fruit in that order, and you're eating several times throughout the day,